Hello, friends! Welcome to my channel. My name is John, and I want to share a story that I believe can inspire many. Just 6 months ago, my English was so basic that I couldn't even imagine writing this story. Before diving into the story, make sure not to skip the video. Otherwise, you might miss out on an essential part of learning English. But here I am, not only writing, but hoping to inspire others with my journey of learning English in just 6 months. I come from a small town where opportunities to use English are almost non-existent. My dream has always been to study abroad, to see the world, and to meet people from different cultures. I knew that learning English was the key to unlocking this dream, but it always seemed like a distant goal. The turning point came unexpectedly. I found out about a scholarship to study in an English-speaking country. The only catch was the requirement to pass a language test in 6 months. At first, I laughed at the idea. How could I, with my elementary level of English, possibly improve enough to pass an advanced test in such a short time? But then I thought, what do I have to lose? That night, I made a decision that would change the course of my life. I was going to give it my all. I started by setting clear goals. My first was to learn 10 new words a day. It may seem easy, but it was where I started. I put English labels on everything in my room, like the door, window, and bed. I listened to English music, watched movies with English subtitles, and practiced copying different accents. The challenges were more daunting than I expected. There were days when I felt I hadn't made any progress, and the words just seemed to jumble together. But I kept pushing forward. I remembered reading stories about people who achieved their dreams against all odds. If they could do it, why couldn't I? I asked for help from anyone I could find. I found a mentor named Camila, a teacher who had experience studying in the U.S. She was really nice and understanding. She didn't just teach me grammar and words, she also helped me stay strong and hopeful. Camila taught me that making mistakes was part of learning. With her encouragement, I began to speak without fear of getting it wrong. Halfway through my journey, I hit a wall. I took a practice test, and the results were disheartening. I felt defeated, thinking maybe I was foolish to ever believe I could do this. But Camila reminded me of how far I had come. She showed me that this wasn't just about passing a test. It was about proving to myself that I could do anything I set my mind to. Encouraged by her support, I worked twice as hard. I joined online language groups, made friends globally, and spoke English daily. I immersed myself in English, making it an integral part of who I am. The day of the test arrived like a storm, sudden and terrifying. As I sat there, pencil in hand, I realized this was it. This was the moment I had worked so hard for. I remembered every late night, every moment of doubt, every small victory. I took a deep breath and began. The first section of the test was reading comprehension. The paragraphs looked like mountains of words at first glance, but I calmed myself, remembering Camila's advice to break everything down into manageable pieces. As I read through the questions, I found that I could understand more than I thought I would. Each correct answer built my confidence. Next came the writing part. I had to write an essay, something I had practiced over and over again. I chose a topic close to my heart: the importance of following your dreams. Drawing on my own experiences, writing it felt like pouring my soul onto paper, every word a step closer to my goal. Listening was the part I feared the most. The accents in the audio clips varied, and sometimes the words seemed to blend together. However, I focused on the main ideas, recalling the countless hours spent listening to English podcasts and songs. It was challenging, but not impossible. The speaking section was the final hurdle. Sitting across from the examiner, I felt a wave of nervousness. But then I started speaking, and the words just flowed. It wasn't perfect, but it was me, my voice telling my story in a language I had grown to love. Walking out of the examination room, I felt a mix of relief and anticipation. I had done everything I could. Now it was a matter of waiting for the results. Those weeks of waiting were filled with reflection. Regardless of the outcome, I knew I had already succeeded in ways I never imagined. My English had improved, but more importantly, I had discovered a resilience within myself I didn't know existed. Finally, the day arrived. The envelope containing my test results was heavy in my hands. My heart raced as I tore it open, and then there it was. I had passed. Not just barely, but with a score that exceeded even my own expectations. Tears of joy and disbelief filled my eyes. Camilla was one of the first people I shared the news with. Her pride in my achievement was evident, and her embrace was warm. "You did this, Alex. You showed what's possible with hard work and belief in yourself." The news spread among my friends and family, and their joy and pride in my achievement were overwhelming. They had seen my struggles, my moments of doubt, and now my success. It was a victory not just for me, but for all of us. As I prepared for my journey to study abroad, I reflected on the past 6 months. The lessons I learned extended far beyond English grammar and vocabulary. I learned about determination, the power of support, and the courage to chase dreams no matter how distant they seem. Looking back, I want to tell others who might be facing their own challenges, whether in learning a language or another dream, that it's possible. It won't be easy, but with hard work, dedication, and a bit of courage, anything is possible. Your dreams are valid, and they're waiting for you to reach them. So take that first step and don't look back. The journey might surprise you. The plane's engines roared to life, and as it took off, I watched my hometown disappear beneath the clouds. It was a symbolic moment, not just a physical departure, but also a departure from my old self. The person who used to stare out the window, amazed by the wide sky, wasn't the same anymore since the beginning of this journey. Every interaction, whether ordering food, asking for directions, or even eavesdropping on conversations at the bus stop, became lessons in vocabulary and pronunciation. I carried a small notebook with me everywhere, jotting down new words, phrases, and observations about the nuances of the English language. My classmates came from all corners of the world, each with their own stories of perseverance and dreams. We formed a study group, and through our shared experiences, I learned not just English, but the art of communication. It was far from linear. There were setbacks and moments of frustration when the words wouldn't come out right or when I misunderstood something crucial. But each mistake was a lesson, and each lesson made me stronger. I volunteered at local community centers, helping others who were just starting their journey with English. Teaching them reminded me of my own struggles and victories, reinforcing my knowledge and giving me a sense of purpose. It was a way of giving back, of paying forward the kindness and support I had received. Opportunities, friendships, and perspectives emerged from my journey. It taught me about resilience, the importance of community, and the transformative power of education. For those who are embarking on their own language learning journey, my advice is simple. Be patient with yourself, embrace every opportunity to practice, and never lose sight of why you started. The road may be long and fraught with challenges, but it is also filled with moments of joy, discovery, and connection. Language is more than words and grammar. It is the key to shared dreams and aspirations. I dared to dream, to step out of my comfort zone, and to discover the power of my own voice. And so, the story doesn't end here. It's simply a new chapter in a larger ongoing journey of growth, discovery, and connection. A journey that all of us can embark on, one word at a time. As years turned into decades, the Language Center became more than just a local institution. It was a beacon of hope and opportunity, inspiring similar initiatives in other communities and countries. The simple yet profound idea is that education is a force of determination. The world had changed dramatically since I first embarked on my journey to learn English. Technology had advanced, connecting people in once unimaginable ways. These advancements presented new opportunities and challenges for language learning and cultural exchange. I found myself at the forefront of these discussions, advocating for accessible education and the importance of digital literacy alongside language skills. But amid these grand endeavors, I never lost sight of the individual stories that inspired me. One such story was Leah's. Leah came to the Language Center with the dream of becoming a doctor. Learning English provided her with the resources to achieve her dream, opening up a world of knowledge and possibility. Leah's journey was challenging, filled with long hours of study and moments of doubt. But her resilience and hard work paid off. She earned a scholarship to a prestigious medical school where she excelled. Leah's success story was one of many that emerged from the center, each unique but united by a common thread of empowerment through education. These stories were not just individual triumphs, they were evidence of the transformative power of education. Every student who dared to dream, every teacher who inspired a love of learning, and every community member who supported our mission. My journey had taught me many lessons, but perhaps the most important was that education is a journey without end. There's always something new to learn, something to share, and new places to discover. While language and education keep changing, some things stay true. Knowledge is valuable, dreams are worth chasing, and everyone has the power to make them happen.